Guten Ner Shabbos Kodesh Parshas Behaloscha Tavshinayin Test 5779 from Yerushalayim Mir Kodesh. This week's parsha we talk about a 3-day journey from Har Sinai towards Eretz Yisrael, after which the Jewish nation complained. And if you look at the psukim discussing this Shloisha Yomim Laila V'Yoim, Rashi has two seemingly contradictory explanations. In one place, Rashi says that it was really one day that they traveled 3 days worth. And Rashi in a different place says, no, they actually traveled for 3 days. Tzaddik Hakayim says that the reality is they were 12 days away from where they started. It was every day plus the 3 days that they traveled every day. Covering quite the distance. But Tzaddik asked the following question and said, I don't get it. We know that by Eliezer, Eved Avraham, when it came time to go find Rivka, HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave him a kfitza saderech. He was there within moments. We know Yaakov had to go to Haran. He was there. He was back at Har Moriah, back to Haran. Kfitza saderech she'in kon dugmasei. Why does Klal Yisrael have to go on this long journey? Why can't HaKadosh Baruch Hu just take them straight? What's the 3 days, Laila V'Yoim? So we just finished Sfir Soimer. Right? We go Shus. And if you look in the Siddur, every night a Sfira has a different Sfira. It's a different Midah. HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Chesed. Netzach. Chesed, Gvura, Tiferes, Netzach, Hod, Yesod, and Malchus. Right? So we have all these different dargis, different midas. We know that there's 3 characteristics that will define any Jew at any point in any given time in history. Siman Yisrael Arumahu, Vaishanim Rachmanim Goim Lechasadim. We also know we had 3 others, Avram, Yitzchak, and Yaakov. Avram Avinu represented that chesed. The chesed, the midah of chesed, which is day 1, and gives us the characteristics to be the Goim Lechasadim. Yitzchak Avinu, Yitzchak was the exemplified the Gibar, where he was able to put himself on the Mizbeach. We call it Akedas Yitzchak because he was Yitzchak's Messiah as much as it was Avram's. But to Yitzchak Avinu, this is what HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants. No problem. I'm avato my ratzon to lay down on the Mizbeach. I want to live. I don't understand this. But this is what it is. And that represents Gibor. It also represents Baishanim. Because when a person is a Baishan, he's embarrassed to argue. When you realize how small you are, Klape or Rebbeinu Shalom, to argue with him, you're embarrassed. How can I argue with him? That's how you'll be a Gibor. And that's the Midah Gvura, which is day 2. Day 3, Yaakov Avinu's day. Yaakov Avinu Klil Teferes. Yaakov Avinu can hold on. Yaakov Avinu understands that sometimes people do things. He understands. We look at it. Let's look at Eliphaz for just a moment. his nephew Eliphaz is coming to rob him blind. Rob him, he has nothing left. And what does he tell Eliphaz? He says, I understand you. You're a good person. You're really good. And you don't want to steal. You don't want to kill. You don't want to kill. So I'll tell you what. Your father sent you to kill me. Ani chashav kemes. I feel bad. You want to be Mekayim Devar Avicha, but you also don't want to be a bad person. So take my money, Ani chashav kemes, and you'll survive. And that's that's the ultimate Rachmanis. But that's the Rachmanim. That's the Yaakov Avinu. And when Klal Yisrael was leaving Sinai, they had to go through these three stages: Laila v'Yoyim, day and night, and not have any interruption, because they needed to be branded, they needed to be formed with these midas that ultimately make up every yid. And if they would have held out just a little bit longer, they would have had a very quick trip to Eretz Yisrael, but they complained, and that's how they ended up in the Midbar for an additional 40 years. We have to realize it's sometimes HaKadosh Baruch who puts us through situations to brand us, give us an opportunity to show how we are His. There's reasons behind every little bit of what we go through in our lives, and the sooner we realize that, the sooner we'll be able to accept that. And when we accept that, ultimately, we'll be able to live much simpler lives, knowing that we're clay in the hands of Hashem. And if Hashem is putting me in this situation, then this must be the best situation for me. Whether it's Laila, it's Yom, this is what makes me who I am. Because these are the characteristics that HaKadosh Baruch Hu has put into me. Thank you so much for listening. As always, any questions, comments, or feedback, you can leave in the comment section below.